What's up, Trickers? Back with another week of training, starting it off with an absolutely easy rep here, and then we're straight into the concrete session. Because this training was almost a week ago now, I'm having such a hard time remembering like what I was doing, but I was working on Cheat 9 Dub, and I've been working on this for the past couple of weeks because it's just a kick I've never really been good at or even been able to do. And we're actually getting there. Like, look at some of these. Not too, well, not great, but not too bad. And I don't know, I guess I'm still comboing. Another one, okay. But this concrete session was actually pretty good. My body was feeling so much better at the start of this week than it is now. So I was just spamming these, trying to get a little combo. I ended up doing it to this full D leg and tried one more time to get it to a full hyper hook, but it kind of ended up like full swipe, which does happen to me a lot because I can't really hook kick. Grace requested some front flips. Thank you so much for the request. So I did a couple of those. And we are back to the normal session after this. And by normal session, I mean Phil's request, which was full snapu hyper to illusion twist. And I've never done full snapu hyper, so I'm actually trying to figure it out here, but I'm basically just doing full snapu complete and then an illusion twist. I did at least get pretty good at doing concrete full snapus, which was cool. I almost did like a vanished GMS there, but we got pretty close. It was a good precursor to me trying them later on at the session, but that was the end of that concrete session. I kicked off my session at AC on the air track. I wanted to do some dub backs because I usually neglect them. They get kind of scary, even though they're easy. So I did 3 of them, and then I moved on to some twisting work. It was feeling pretty good, so I just decided to try and do some quads today. Not too bad start. I think my issue with quad mainly is I can either get height and not spin very fast, or I can spin really fast but just get absolutely no height. My legs kept coming apart in some of these as well, or like I just wasn't getting enough flip. But it's always good to get the reps in regardless, and I feel like even if the tech isn't perfect, I'm probably going to make progress just by ripping them like this. So yeah, did a couple of those, tried to get a fully rotated one, tried to get a landed one. Then we moved on back to the combo that Phil was requesting. I was having a really hard time actually like getting my right foot down first. I was getting into like some kind of hyper like rotation at least, but it wasn't really that clear of a 1 foot landing. There was one attempt I did where like by a millisecond you could maybe see a bit of a hyper landing, and that was this attempt here. So there you are, Phil. And then we moved on to the dark side combos as requested by Aaron. I really wanted to get a double twist combo, so I was just trying to see if I could get a little cookie cutter B-twist 9 hook cut dub. It was very hard. I was having a hard time just like getting the B-twist 9 done. Once I got to the hook kick though, I don't think the cut dub was really that hard. I kind of just pushed as hard as I could, didn't think about where I was in the air and spun till I landed. So that was pretty cool. And then I wanted to get this TDR full combo as well. So I had to figure out if I could TDR my bad side, and turns out I can't really. Dark side tricking is really fun. If you already trick and you like training, I definitely recommend you try some dark side tricking. It's just like good for the soul. It feels like you're learning again, which is just kind of fun, even though it's like really awkward. So yeah, that was pretty good. Got that combo there. Onto my light side tricks. I was really, really keen to get my triple cork back. I have not landed one since my ankle exploded, and I've just been desperate to get back to it. So, I mean, there it is. I didn't land any like really, really good ones, but there was a couple that I landed that night that were legitimate triple corks. They just weren't amazing. Like that one wasn't legit, but that would have been. But yeah, I spent a lot of time just trying to land these. There we go, clutch one there. And then after realizing I couldn't land another good one, like realistically, I just decided to move on because I felt like that was still pretty good progression there. This is me showing you what stance I'm supposed to land my triple cork in because I was having trouble with that. And that was a pretty good one there. So anyways, I really want to get Gumby triple cork. This was almost my first setup actually. So I'm going to work on Gumby a little bit more just so I can squeeze one out for the books. And then working on some Viking sweep combos here. I really like the way Viking sweep looks. I just clearly am not very good at it. But after watching like Ryflies learn them and get really good at them, as well as like studying other people's clips to see how they get up out of the front sweep, I'm definitely like getting a lot better with it, figuring out the motion of just like popping up and trying to get some combos out of it. I don't think I had any like major plan here. I just wanted to throw a Gumby in. Gumby cork snap at the end of that would be sick, but by the time I get to the Gumby, I'm so gassed and like there's no speed in the Gumby at all. If I was like Ashley Adams, maybe I could squeeze that out. I got my first double cork swing last week and I was desperate to try it from Master Scoot, but the last time I was trying them, Master Scoot just wasn't working. And I tried it this time and oh my God, it was so much easier, just like so much easier. So as soon as I swung one, I was like straight to dub. This is the goal. So we pushed. It actually took more tries than I expected because the first swing just felt so good. I thought it would be kind of a one shot, but I had lots of weird attempts like this. But obviously, you can see the panning and the zooming. It means it's going to be the one. So we got it fully rotated, not bad. Felt really good, actually. It's super scary because, like, again, my legs still crossed the wrong way, but I was pretty happy with that. I think the angle definitely helped. And there was a request to do D-leg hyperhook. Clearly, this is not a trick I'm very good at, but I definitely tried some. The ones that Aaron did in his vlog were very nice, and I was a bit jealous of that. Anyways, moving on to the double B twist vanish. I've been working on this to try to, spice up my combos with some double Bs, as well as like get better at double B swing, because I've never been able to do that before. So I figured vanish would help with that a little bit. Got a steezy little combo there. And more cheat 9 dub work. I think some of these ended up too much on the cheat 9 axis and not enough on the 540 kick axis. I think I should have just maybe warmed up with some 540 kicks before trying them, being a bit too ambitious, thinking I'm more down the progression line than I actually am. But this was a pretty fun session. I feel like my energy was pretty good and my body was feeling really good at the start too. Not too long ago, I played around with like this scoot twist pop flash combo starter. I really liked it, so I wanted to do something thematically cool with it, and I figured GMS twist was probably a pretty good idea. Now, my GMS twist has not been working super well, but I still really wanted it because I felt like it suited this combo. And after the first attempt, kind of a joke attempt being pretty close, I decided it was worth grinding for. And I actually ended up getting the combo pretty, not clean, but, decent enough that it counts. So I took that one, and then I wanted to come back and do a better GMS twist because I felt like the tech just wasn't really there. And I did end up landing one, but again, I don't think the tech was really what I want it to be. The where I'm spotting or where my body is just doesn't feel quite right. Back to the gym, trying to recover as best as I can from both my bodybuilding training and my tricking. And I've been doing this little superset here with the overhead tricep extension, elbow supported, straight into the lateral raises. If you guys don't have much time in the gym, I definitely recommend giving stuff like this a try where, the muscles don't have anything to do with each other, so you can superset them, but you're on the same cable, you're on the same machine, you're not taking up any space that you don't need to. It's a pretty courteous way to get your work in to other people in the gym without actually sacrificing your own time. So it's definitely worth thinking about stuff like that with your programming. And I'm back to AC now. This is Wednesday night, so I did my first floor dub back in ages, kind of just as a mental challenge. And I really wanted to get Master Scoot Triple Cork back because that was my favorite setup when I was doing them. But as you can see, I'm just not popping up out of the Master Scoot as hard as I need to really get enough flip on these. Honestly, for me, when I do Master Scoot Triple Corks, the twisting tech doesn't have to be that good. It's more about just like ripping that flip really high. Now, one of my dream tricks right now is to get double lotus. I think a sideways TDR is probably my best bet. That's how I see a lot of people get success with this trick. So we're trying to corner that, and I can clearly tell I'm too inverted in the first swing, so I can't stay on any axis that works for double lotus there. But that's my first time trying to figure it out, so I think give it a few more sessions and I might have an idea. Back to my goal of double B twist swing. Now, I was just ripping these, trying to get some form of a swing out of it, and honestly, these are some of the best double B twists I've ever done. I should have swung so many of these, but here we go. Oh, and he swings a gainer. I really want to get double B twist, double cork, but even just getting the gainer out of that was huge for me, so I decided to move on. Trying to get some more quad twist training in, just spamming it as hard as I can. This was unfortunately another unsuccessful session for quads, but any quad session is a successful session in my books, just getting it in. Here was a request from Phil. I asked him in person what he wanted to see, and he said cheat 9, 540, TDR cork, swing, gainer, scissor. Now, I can't really 540 kick properly, and yeah, I did end up getting the combo here, but that gainer scissor was a bit whack. Still happy though. And then here's the Four Seasons combo. So Aaron was doing this in his last training video, and he recommended everyone go gives it a try. And so I decided, hey, why not? I've never done aerial mega swing aerial, so I had to learn that first. But once I figured that out, it actually ended up being pretty easy. I got the combo pretty clean here, and I was happy with that. So yeah, that was my Four Seasons combo. Finished off the session with the Rourke. I also saw Aaron training Rourkes, and I decided to try it because I never tried it before. And not too bad. I mean, obviously double Twizzler at the end, but last thing of the session, it was literally the session was over, but I wanted to get A to a snapu, so I ripped one and actually landed it. And then, yeah, it was time to get tattoos. So I've been wanting this tattoo for the longest time. It is the Triple Cork Office logo, and I managed to get it done. So that was super clutch. I also got spam dubs, but they got to heal a little bit. Showing off my bat merch that I got for my birthday in the gym, just doing some rows, but yeah, I thought the shirt looked cool. It's actually so comfy, so I'm really, really thankful for that. And then we had to hit legs. Now, I know it doesn't look like I'm struggling at all. I definitely am, but this is also like an RPE 6 set, just because my legs don't recover very well and I want to be able to trick and not just die. So I only did 4 reps with this weight. I probably could have done maybe 6 or 7 if I was going to failure. So that's really in the zone where I want to be, and had to hit a little snapu just mid-session. And then Grace and I went on a walk, but I didn't trick anymore this week, so that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave your suggestions in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.